All right. Hey, team. This is Catherine and Amy here. We just wanted to do a recording for you guys, a special training that's not part of a team call or anything. It's just something that we find that you can refer to your coaches, refer to your teams, and just keep passing it down the downline and keep coming back to these slides and just really studying, because we believe that finding your niche market is an art. It takes practice. It takes a little bit of studying. It takes a little bit of time to figure out what it is. But once you master it, your business is going to be completely different in the best ways possible. Like, it's just going to be so much more fun for you to work your business, so much more excitement when you meet people who are just like you. And the only reason you're going to find these people who are just like you is because you found your niche or niche market, however you want to say that. And and you just start nailing the business, and you just start connecting with people, and you're just like, whoa, like, I have a team filled with people just like myself. So let's just get started. Amy and I are going to just switch off. We both worked on these slides. This is both of our information, but we think it would be really helpful for you guys. So, of course, thank you, Eden, for this idea. I want you to, first of all, think about yourself and take yourself back for a second before you started with Beachbody. So who were you when you were scrolling on Facebook or Instagram, however you found your coach? So whether it's, someone in our downlines or even us, where were you at that time? What were you like? What were your habits? What were you missing out on before you came across this opportunity? Were you working excessively? Were you unhealthy? Like, what were your habits? How were you eating? Were you exercising or were you not exercising? What were your thought patterns? Like, when you were scrolling past her post, what spoke to you about her post? Like, what was it in you? And what exactly attracted you about your coach? Like, where was the connection? Was it the way that they talked, the way that they lived their lifestyle, the fact that they were a mom just like you, the fact that maybe they weren't a mom just like you? Like, what was it? And what were you missing out in life? Like, for instance, for me, I was missing out on freedom, working 30 hours on the weekends at the movie theater and then going to school and driving to school 3 hours a day. I was missing out on so much fun that Beachbody potentially brought me, and it did bring me. So when I post when I post to my niche market, I usually think about freedom, and I think about the people who slave away every single day. So that's how I would post. And were you struggling with anything in particular? And just think about these things and really take yourself back in time, because your niche market is basically you in the spot that you were right before you became a coach and challenger and grew into the person who you are right now. Who you are right now isn't really your niche market, because you developed into that person, and not everybody is like you. Not everyone has developed as much as you. Not everyone does personal development every single day. And so you really want to take yourself back in time for a second.
All right, so what is a niche market and why is it important? And this is just kind of building off of exactly what Catherine just said. A niche market's a very small subset of a vague large market to which you tailor your approach to their specific needs, desires, and concerns. So this freaks a lot of people out because they think, well, why would I want to shrink my market? Like, there's, X amount of people, and why would I want to appeal to even less people? And it's the complete opposite of that. So think about who you want to work with. I get along so well with everyone in my challenge group and all of my coaches, and that's because we share so many things in common. And they're people that I have attracted through qualities that I already have, instead of qualities that I'm trying to be or that aren't genuinely me. So think about what kind of challengers you would want to be your dream challengers. Like, are they people that participate a lot, or are they people who might be a little shy and you need to, is that more your style? Think about that. What kind of coaches do you want on your team? So you kind of attract who you already are. So instead of trying to appeal to everyone or impress everyone, because realistically, you don't appeal to everyone and you don't impress everyone. And that's just the reality of being a person on the planet. You can't appeal to everybody, especially if you're being your genuine self. you need to dig deep and find what makes you different and what makes you special, because we don't stand out because we're like everybody else. We stand out because of our differences, and people connect with our differences. So you need to find that, and you need to own it and capitalize on it.
And so, exactly what Amy said, you're only going to attract the qualities of the people that are already like you. And that's the biggest catch, to be honest, because again, if you like you say you want certain people on your team, or you say you want certain challengers, like Amy said, if you want challengers that participate daily, or you want coaches that hit Success Club consistently, or you want whatever you want on your team, if you are not already doing that and you're not already that person, you will never attract them to you, because attraction marketing is something I strongly believe in, and I see time and time again that it's a real thing. You're only going to attract people who are just like you, because that's just how, I don't know, it's just how the world works. And so if you want hardworking coaches and you want determined challengers, you want people to get results, you want people to actually do the workouts, you want people to actually drink Shakeology, you want coaches to actually post and actually invite, but you're just a hobby coach who dibbles and dabbles and maybe once a week checks in with the challenge group, maybe once a month will say, oh shoot, I need to sponsor a coach this month, or oh shoot, I'm successful 4 and I need to be at 5. Oh well. Like if you're just kind of like a, dibble dabble coach, which if that is your goal, honestly, nothing wrong with it. Don't ever think that you need to be a serious business coach if that is not your goal. But if your goal is to succeed in this business, obviously dibbling and dabbling here and there is just not going to work. And if you're barely keeping up with your workouts and you're not doing your personal development, well, you're going to attract exactly those people who also will dibble, dabble, and kind of go MIA here and there, and maybe skip their workouts and find Ben and Jerry's ice cream in the freezer and just go to town. So just like whatever you do, like your actions and your habits today is exactly the kind of people that you're going to attract. And if there's a disconnect between you and your desired niche market, which if you are not enveloping the habits and the characteristics of your niche market that you want, but you're not being that person yourself, there's obviously going to be a disconnect and you're not going to succeed. And so this is why we really stress personal development. I know we say this time and time again, but personal development allows you to grow into the successful person that you need to become in order to attract the proper successful people in your business. It doesn't take very many successful people in your business to succeed, but in order to even have any successful people on your team, you have to become one yourself. And this is all part of the development as a coach. It takes time, it takes work, but you really need to get honest with yourself. Like right now, think about the things that you see your team is struggling with, or you see your challengers struggling with, and really ask yourself and think, am I being like that? Like why am I attracting people like this? Because there's always a reason behind the people that you attract. And I'm not saying like, we're always going to run into one every, 20 people who just plain suck, and that's not our fault. But if you're constantly surrounded by 9 out of 10 people who are you're just really clashing with, and you're just like, wow, like what's wrong with you? Then that's probably there's qualities in you that you need to work on in order to attract the people that you want to attract to you.
Okay, so a little bit of homework, and I think this is an activity that really, it really helped me. I know Catherine's done it as well. This is something we both really stress to do, and it might sound silly, but I really want you guys to sit down and do this, and take some time and like really think about it. So creating your avatar. This avatar is just going to be, it's going to be this idea of someone that you have in your head. Well, hopefully, and on paper too, because I want you to write it down. But you're going to think about this person when you're making your post, and we'll tell you exactly like how to use the avatar after. But I want you to sit down and make it first. Think about who this person is. Like, who is he or she? I want all the specifics, like how old are they? Are they in college? Did they go to college? Like, what's their education level? What career are they in? What stage of life are they in? Are they, looking for freedom and searching for that? Are they a mom staying at home trying to like make her life a little more interesting? Are they, you know, even are they older than that and trying to prevent health risks? Do they have kids? You know, how many kids? How old are their kids? Are they married? Are they engaged or single, pregnant? Even give this person a name. I mean, this needs to be like a solid person you're thinking of in your head on your paper. You have to write it down, not just in your head. Don't just do this in your head. What are their interests? So, like, what are their hobbies? What do they like to do? What are they talented in? Like, what are their personal preferences, their favorite things, leisure activities? What do they spend their money on? Like, what is their luxury item? Are they just like a once in a while pedicure kind of person? Or, you know, are they out shopping more than that? What do they like to do? Where do they like to go? What's their personality like? Like, I think this is a real one, probably one of the most important ones to me is how would you actually speak to this person if they were sitting right there with you? Like, what language would you use? What, how would you be like, hey girl, what's up? Like more like that, or would it be more formal? Hopefully it wouldn't be more formal because I'm just not a formal person, but, are they shy? Are they outgoing, funny? Do they appreciate, like, what kind of humor do they appreciate? Um, and then probably most importantly, besides the personality is like, what do they struggle with? So one thing that we have a really big impact, like ability to impact people with is improving their health and improving their quality of life. Because, I mean, as all of you guys know, working out and nutrition and fitness is so much more than just physical. Like, yes, obviously, like we can help you lose weight and we can help you gain muscle and all of that, but like, especially for me, most importantly, like we can help you gain confidence and we can prevent health problems and we can alleviate some symptoms of anxiety and depression and stress on your body. So you need to think about, what does this person struggle with? For example, like, just to walk you through this whole thing, like when I started as a coach, I struggled a lot with self-confidence and I struggled a lot with depression and not feeling great about myself. And like the whole journey has helped me work through that. So when I'm talking to someone, I'm talking to someone who is struggling with, you know, they don't always feel great about themselves, but they want to feel better. They want a way to feel better. They feel depressed sometimes, but they want to feel better. So think about what this person struggles with. It could be, I know coaches who have built their whole business on working with people with PCOS or with arthritis or with joint issues or whatever. Think about, like, or Amy Silverman built almost her whole business on like the idea of sobriety too. So you have to think about, what is this person struggling with? And I, you know, there's a couple ideas here, but there's even more than that as well. So you have to really dig deep and figure out what you were struggling with and how you can help other people like you have made progress yourself.
And bonus points, you guys, if you do this assignment right now and send it to me or Amy or both of us so that we can just,
or post it in the team page. That would be great as well.
yeah, that would actually be even better. So probably below, when we post this, below in the comments, perhaps, that would be really cool. And we will do this too. Me and Amy, we will do the homework with you and we will show you what our avatar is. And in exchange, you can show us what yours is.
Love it. All right, so for every post you make, from now on, because I really want you to make your avatar now, I want you to make that a priority before you even make any more posts. I want you to think about your avatar when you're writing your post, when you're crafting your post. So think is this something my avatar would like, comment, or share? And this is really important because we all know Facebook works off of algorithms. And if you're not getting likes and comments and shares, then less people are seeing your post and less people can even have access to the information you're providing and the value you're providing on your social media. So think, would this be useful to my avatar? And if it isn't, don't post it. Like, for example, I post a lot of stuff having to do with like parenting just because I know that that's in my niche market. I know my niche market person and I know my avatar is a parent. And they are interested in like toddler hacks. You know, a lot of people I went to high school with are not interested in that, but that doesn't matter to me. When making a recruiting or sales post, speak directly to your avatar as you would a friend. And I think that's just, you know, it's helpful sometimes to have a frame of reference of who you're talking to because it's hard to post. You can't post a post that is going to agree with everybody. So if you're talking to one specific person, you know at least you're going to hit that market.
And you really have to stop worrying about the fact that you are decreasing your market and the fact that you're being selective. You need to stop worrying about that, and you need to know that there's going to be disconnect between certain people on your Facebook friends or your Instagram followers. When you really hone in on your avatar, there's going to be some initial disconnect, but that disconnect is good because that means that this person is not your avatar and you don't want them on your coaching team or your challenge group anyway. And so, like, for instance, if you're a mom, obviously you can't relate to a single bodybuilding man. So, and don't try to. Be very selective with who you post to, and eventually you'll notice that your following is going to become completely different in the best way possible. And you're going to get a lot more engagement eventually because you're going to attract more people like you who are going to be like, wow, I love this post and I love this post. Like, who is this girl? Like, I just want to work with her. She's just so like me. And again, this will easily filter out who you want to work with, who you don't want to work with. We already said this multiple times. But in the end, this will only make your job so much easier and the business way more fun. And so that is all that we have for this training. We hope that this was helpful. Do not forget about the homework. You know, results come when you take action. So right now, whatever you're doing, just stop it. It's so worth it to do this before you make another post.
Even if you think you know your niche market, do this.
Yes.
Because it helps me every time. I figure out, I have like some little breakthrough every single time of, oh, I should post more about this.
Yes.
It's never too late.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope it was helpful.